What's up, everybody? Scooter from Scooter's Game Vault here. We have Runar by Ludus Magnus Studios. It is one of their newer games. I got it last week, Wednesday, I believe, and I've been trying to make the washed minis not sticky anymore. Let me give some context with that. So I have the all-in gameplay, everything you can get with Runar, and they're washed. So it's like, instead of me painting them, the developers, the creators, or whatever, they dip them in something, or they like wash them with some kind of ink, just to kind of give them a little bit of an atmosphere, a little theme, shadow, shading, blah, blah, blah. So I was super excited about that, because it's a little bit more expensive to get washed. But the game found a lot of people were complaining that the wash was sticky and the wash was coming off on their fingers and stuff like that. And so I was pretty scared. I'm like, no, this must just be somebody complaining, whatever. So I got this, and they're right. I opened the boxes, so I was very nervous about it, and most, if not all, the minis have some form of stickiness to them, which is extremely disappointing. Because you would think it'd be better quality than that. I've been trying to air them out. Like I take the minis out and I put a fan next to them, just to, like, hopefully dry them. For some of them, it seems like it's worked, but the ones with the heavier wash on them, it does not seem to be working. I reached out to Ludus Magnus support, and they kind of were just like, "Hey, wash them with soap and water," and I was like, "Huh." So I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm waiting. Somebody in the comments was talking about that they're going to try that. So maybe I'm going to wait to see what they say about that. But other than that, the game looks great. The components look awesome. Everything looks very good quality except for the wash. The minis look awesome. Like, that's the main reason I got this game, besides the gameplay. The gameplay looks really cool, but the minis are insane. I love how these minis look, and there's so many of them. It's a Nordic themed game. It's like an area control game. I've dabbled with it a little bit on Tabletop Simulator, but it's an area control game, a competitive board game that has like a campaign thing too, and also like a player versus everyone kind of thing. So there's a bunch of different game modes, which is really cool. But it's you grab your Viking warband, you get like 3 units, 3 like main dudes, and you pretty much go against each other. Trying to collect gems and victory points and like take over like these tower things that you can build. It's a pretty cool concept. And then there's like a solo mode where you go against like a nemesis. I've heard that's really hard. But yeah, so we have everything with this game, and I'm excited to jump on into this. So let's cut to it. First, I'm going to show the ginormous Neoprene mat. My favorite thing in the entire box, as everyone knows. It does come with a cardboard table mat, but with the addition that I got, it comes with the neoprene, and it is awesome. It's kind of like Blood Rages, where it combines all the extra cardboard pieces together, so that is very nice because that kind of removes table space and just allows you to have everything in one spot. And it's double-sided. There's another side. I will show that as well. So here's the other side of the mat. So if you want to play different just map zones, like this one's got a giant serpent tail. I'm assuming it's Jormungandr. But yeah, that's super cool. I really like this neoprene mat a lot. Alright guys, so first we have the core box here. And right off the bat, the box art is gorgeous. Ludus Magnus Studios does a really good job with their art, and their boxes are always super cool. But you got your nice Nordic rune kind of style and such. You have like the Draugrs, the Nemesis characters on here, and then you got a couple of the warband guys that you can see here. But let's jump into this. So right off the bat, we have the rule book, and what I thought was cool is a tutorial book, and so you can use this to set up the game and kind of just learn how it plays, which is cool. I feel like not many games will just be like, okay, here's the setup, this is what we do. But this one has a tutorial, which I thought was really nice. And it's not too big of a tutorial, 11 pages. So it goes through how like combat and damage and all that stuff works. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Then we got the ginormous rulebook. So this game has a very big rulebook. It has over 43 pages, which is, I think, maybe the biggest rulebook I've gotten for a game. So that's pretty crazy. But there are a lot of components that we gotta go through here. So I'm pretty excited to jump on into this fully. All right, so first off, we have, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to find them. Oh, the player boards. So these are what we will be using as characters. So I have neoprene versions of these in the stretchable box, which have like nice indented spots for the cubes and stuff like that. But each color is for a different warband. And stuff like that, and you have like where your cards are gonna go, or your main character's cards and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to use the neoprenes instead of these. Then we have some nice reference sheets. So all the wonderful icons that Ludus Magnus loves to use are on here, and Ludus Magnus definitely loves to have their icons. So hopefully it's not too much of an issue having to go back and forth looking at these, but who knows. And then on the back it kind of tells us the phases and like tactics and stuff like that. So pretty good sheets. And then these are like folded up in here, and I believe these are the Destiny boards and the Nemesis boards. So once again, these are on the neoprene mat, so these are already combined onto it, which is like super nice. So like instead of me having to put this long thing on the board or on my table next to the game board, it's already combined onto there, which is pretty cool. But if you didn't get the neoprene mat, these are what these look like. So these are pretty nice. Next up, we got some punch outs. So let's see if I can figure out what some of these things are. We got shard tokens right here. We got point tokens. We got debris tokens. We got trophy tokens. This is the first player token. We got danger tokens. These look to be a part of the obstacles. So I don't know what these are. There's like 4 Karen, 4 Menhir, 4 crates, and 1 Runar. So I don't know what these are. Oh no! So this is the Runar. So these are Runars. This is Menhir. So these will combine into the Menhir, and then these are Karen. These are Karen as well. No, so these are the Karen. I don't know. Oh, this is a part of the Menhir. So that's those. This is the Nemesis token right here. That's all of that on here. So then we got some more stuff. These to create the statue bodies, bases, and heads. So these are for the statues. These are the flames for the different colors for each statue. Each statue has different flames. Is there another page of components? No, there's not. These are clan tokens here. We've got position tokens. These are enemy tokens. We got defense tokens. These are the crates. That's more of the crates. We got some more flames. Looks like these are more for the statues. More position tokens, more enemy tokens, more defense, more of the clans, crates, and more for the statues. That is all of those. And so here we have the actual cardboard board. Let's see. if I have enough space to open that up. Look how tiny this is compared to the Neoprene. So much tinier. Because the Neoprene has the Nemesis side over here and then the Destiny side over here. So, but it's a very good cardboard. It's very nice quality. It doesn't feel, you know, like it would snap very easily. So it's still, the Neoprene is not a necessity to have, as usual. It's just cosmetic. But that is that. So now we will move on to the characters, the fun part, the miniatures. So this is probably where we will see, or you guys will see how sticky. Well, you won't see how sticky it is, but you'll see how the wash looks and stuff like that. And so let me get zoomed on in here. And let's see who we're dealing with here. So first off, we have... she won't come out. We've got Helga. She's pretty cool. So these are the bases of the blue. Like the reason why there's like blue bases, green bases, and stuff is because they're the different clans, the different war bands that you will be choosing to play, and so they will be the war bands who go against each other. And like the blue guys down here are part of like the enemies or the nemesises. But so there is Helga. She's pretty cool. But you can see like the wash is pretty nice. It brings out a lot. I think I'm gonna move this so it focuses more on the character. But so you have the wash there. She's not. She's kind of sticky, but she is not rubbing off on my finger, which is good. But so that's Helga. Next we have this guy, and this is Bjorn. We got Bjorn here, for Ragnar Rothbrooke's son. I think Ragnar is in this game. He might be in an expansion, but he's pretty cool. Got his sword and shield, bear skin on him. He is a really cool guy. Next we have Arnie. I think this guy's name is Arnie. He looks really cool as well, and like once again, the wash is just absolutely gorgeous on them. I just wish it was a better quality. So this guy's really cool. Got some antlers. So this is Gunhild. Yeah. So he's really cool. And it really makes them stand out. Like I love painting, but I've grown to also love washes too. Like if it takes too long, paint. Like this is Brandir. It takes too long to paint. I'd rather just have like a quick little shade on them. So Brandir, little skinny old man with a very long beard. Come on. This guy's cool. Orvar. He's got a cool like owl, bow and arrow guy. That's really nice looking. This next guy looks really cool. He's literally wearing a shark head. This is Eric. Literally wearing a shark head. Like this dude's literally just cut off this shark's head and he's wearing it. His whole head is just jammed into the mouth. That's crazy. We got Eric here. He looks really cool. We got Halvard. Absolute unit. This dude's a berserker, clearly. This dude's a unit too. We got Ebb. E-B-B-E. This is Ebb. What a monster. This guy. Oh, he's not sticky. He's not that sticky. So, like, see, some of them are sticky and some of them aren't. I don't know if it's like they put too much wash on them. Like, she's a little sticky. This is Fema. So they're a little bit sticky on her, but like her wash is not as much as what Ebb was. So I'm like a bit confused why she feels a little more sticky than he does. I don't know. She's pretty cool. Dual axes. And then we got I don't know how to pronounce that one. Hramfn. Hrafn. Hramfn. So he's maybe like a wizard, caster. He's pretty cool. The minis are insane. I really, really like how the minis look on this game. So I can look aside the wash issue. So this is Frida. Definitely like a snake lady. She's got like a scales here. And then we got like this little lizard man. But yeah, I can look aside from the wash issue for the minis. So these are the enemies. So there's 8 of these dudes in here. So I don't need to show all of them. But these are called Hildisvini. Hildisvini? I think I pronounced that. Probably not. Little boar warrior dudes. So that is the minis for this little section. There are a few more. There's bigger guys in there. These are instinct cubes. The yellow ones are instinct cubes. The green ones are agility. The blue ones are strength. Ooh, a little dirt on there. And then these are wild cubes. Those are pretty nice. Holy moly, that's a lot of cards. So, oh my, what are these? There's a lot of cards. These look like layout cards. Alright, first we have hero cards. So 10 cards per hero one. I'm not going to count all that. But these look like they cover all of the heroes in the game. So these are I really like Helga. Dang. Kinda wish I painted these guys, not gonna lie. Or would paint them instead of the wash, because Helga looks awesome. I would love to paint her. Oh well. Maybe. I can still spray paint over them. Maybe eventually. These are the hero cards. Then we have... These are layout cards. So this is like probably for the campaign maybe? Or just tells you how to lay out missions. Who knows? Who knows? Next we have... Oh, scenario rules. So we have the scenario cards. So it kind of, yeah. Ooh. We got the scenario cards here. These are cool. Tell you, I wonder if they're connected to the layout cards. Hopefully, that would be kind of nice if they were. We got phase cards, so I'm assuming these are tutorial cards. Yeah, these are the tutorial cards. So all of these are the tutorial cards. Nice to have all of the many icons handy. That is that. I'm assuming this is where we put the player card sheets. Okay. And the final thing in this box are these bad boys. So these guys are really cool looking. So we got Hofnendir, Hofunder. I don't know, but these guys are absolute units. Like these guys are super, super cool. I absolutely love them. And the wash looks great on them too. And then next we have these guys, which are called Segir, S-E-G-G-I-R, Segir. But they're really cool too. Nice, cool. And then, oh my, it's a thick amount of cards. So it looks, I'm not gonna open this. There's a bunch of cards here. I'm assuming this is a bunch of event cards, destiny cards, enemy cards, treasure cards, artifact cards, mission cards, doom cards, obstacle cards, inspiration cards. Some more hero. There's hero action cards in here. There's enemy action cards in here. So like, this is a hero action card. This looks like a treasure card. This looks like... Oh, this looks like a... I don't know what this is. Obstacle card or a destiny? This is a destiny card here. But, wow, that's a lot of cards. That is a ton of cards. So we will do that later. No, not later. But okay, we will move on to the stretch goal box now. So I'll see you guys in that one. So I lied. I'm going to do this little guy really quickly. So this is the Troll expansion. So this is as a ginormous enemy. And he is pretty cool. I had him drying a little bit. And I'd say he dried out pretty nicely. He's not sticky whatsoever anymore. But this dude is humongous. So this guy is super, super cool. That will really put a nice table presence onto the board, or just present, I guess. But yeah, that's the Troll guy. Quick little expansion that I wanted to show before the bigger boxes. Okay, so now we have the stretch goal box, or they called it the Runar chest, I believe. So this is a bunch of stretch goals and things that the community unlocked by, you know, donating more or doing like social goals, stuff like that. So let's check this out. The cover board, the box art is really cool too. You got Mjolnir here, so Thor's hammer, and then you got like a bunch of swords and like serpents. So like Jormungandr, or like the world serpent eating its tail, like he does, or the Ouroboros as they call it. All right, so let's see what we got here. This is the best part, the neoprene. So let me zoom on in here so we get the best quality possible. So it looks like we got some really good detailed or acrylic versions of the components. So we got the defense ones here. Come on. There we go. We got the defense ones here, so that's nice to have a acrylic. I don't even know if these are considered acrylic. They might just be like really good. They might be wooden. I think they might be wooden. We got some shards in here. I don't know what these ones were. Don't know what these ones are. Then we got, looks like the points based on the color of the character team, the warband, and then the nemesis. And then we got a metal first player token here of Mjolnir. So that is super, super cool. Nice. Okay, so now we got the neoprene of all of the... Oh yeah, wait, I gotta zoom out. These are pretty big actually. What? These are awesome. Holy moly. So like, see, yeah, like they have the cutout here, so when it's on the board, on the table, your cubes will sit in them nicely. But whoa, they made these humongous compared to the normal one. I guess it's because you can fit everything on here now. So that is super, super cool. Wow. That is awesome. I'm just gonna throw that there. We'll go through all of them, because there's an additional amount in here because the Jarl box adds so you can play 5 to 6 people, or 1 to 6 people, because you can play this game solo. That one's cool, like a little beach, forest beach one. Looks like this is the Wolf clan, and then that one was like the Raven clan. It looks like. Could be wrong. Could be wrong with what all the clan names are. I definitely don't know what the clan names. This is the Walrus clan. Definitely know this one. Those are Walrus guys, the Arctic. So that's really, really cool. We got the Bear clan. These are, wow. I'm actually really impressed with these. I'm super, super excited about this. Next we have the Boar clan, maybe? Maybe this is the Boars. So there's that. And then the final one is, I think, the Deer clan. We got the Deer clan here. Look at that. Wow. That is awesome. Cool. I really like those. Next, in this box, we have the stretch goal characters and enemies. Oh, I guess I should have opened this first to see what we got going. Well, I guess it doesn't tell me what those other components are, but it does tell me what the characters are, so we got that going for us. So let us see what we got. So first off, we have Star Card. We got Star Card here. This dude looks like a unit. I really like the rune tab on his back. Giant stone hill runes. He's really cool. We got Alfarnin. He looks like an evil wizard. He's cool. Got a little archer lady here. This is Namid. She got very washed. Very, very washed. My only issue, if I did spray paint these guys to paint them, I feel like a lot of their detail would disappear because the wash is covering and then the spray paint would cover. This is Ahmad. So we got like some, I don't know the word that I was looking for with that. Then we got Sigurd, Hammer, his giant horn of mead, probably. Okay, his spot has always weirded me out. There we go. Then we have Andromeda. I don't know if this is from a video game or something, but she is pretty cool. And then finally, if you guys know the game Blasphemous, this is who this guy is from. So we have the Penitent one, which is really cool. But yeah, if you've played Blasphemous, you definitely know, who this guy is. He's super cool, and I really like how the wash is like dripping down his face like blood. Come on, I'm trying to lock in on him. There we go. That's really cool. Ludus Magnus is making a Blasphemous board game, which is pretty cool. So let's see. So now we have the enemies. So we got the Dakaflard here. So like a woman with a whip. That's fun. We got the Divigar, Divergar. Oh, dwarf men. Their anvil and their hammer. Divergar. I don't know how to pronounce any of these. And then we got this big old monster dude. So he's really cool looking. He's very sticky. I haven't been able to dry him yet, but he is very, very sticky. And I can't tell if he's rubbing off. But this guy is the Giengunger. I butchered that completely. But this dude looks sick. And then once again, we have like the hero cards. I don't know if I want to touch these. I don't know if like the wash is on my hands. I don't want to ruin this, but we're going to do it. So there's all the hero cards. Cool. All right. So that is the Runar chest box. So we will move on to the Hel Expansion now. So next up, we have the Hel Expansion. So this adds 3 new warband characters to play from. They're all, like the creepy undead people. And that adds a bunch of new enemies. So let's check this out. The box art, once again, super cool, super detailed. Really, really like it. Got some stickers for something. Then we got our component rulebook. I don't know what the don't think this adds a new game mode. It's just telling us what new enemies and stuff we got going on in here. So let us... Come on! There we go. Let's see. First off, we have... Let's go with these guys first. Okay, so we have Thorbjorg. Creepy little lady, I think, with her giant head that she's holding, and then like backpack full of heads and stuff. But she looks pretty cool. And we got Canute. Canute looks sick. I absolutely love how this guy looks. He's like a spinal cord behind him. Super cool. And then we have Egil. Egil is very sticky. I've been trying to dry him off. But he is super cool. The enemies we have, these are Draugr. These guys are Draugrs. Your classic undead Vikings. Then we have Seedmon. They're just like some like creepy bagged up creatures. They've got bags over their heads, bones sticking out everywhere. These guys are really cool. This is a really cool expansion. I love how her aesthetic and just the skulls and creatures. And this unit is a Hwagbi. Hwagbi. I can't pronounce these for the life of me. But this thing is sick too. These are pretty dry, which is pretty nice. And then I will show the hero cards again. There's only 3 heroes in here, so it has more scenarios. This also has more scenarios. So here are their cards. So don't know what that necro power, don't know what that means. But here are their cards. Cool. So very short stuff in this expansion. The next one I will be showing is the Jarl Expansion. So this one adds the 5 to 6 players. So here is the Jarl Expansion. So this adds like humongous warband characters. They're all like riding mounts. And then there's, you know, the boneless dude. I can't remember his name. But he's riding, he's tied up to another dude charging him into battle. So this is a really funny looking box. I love the cover art. This dude's an absolute unit, but he's just hilarious. But the miniatures in here are super cool. So, once again, I already showed you guys the Neoprene versions of these, but these are the normal paper versions of the additional characters. We got some more icon sheets for people to have, so it gives you more, so people who, you know, if you are playing with the additional 5 to 6, they will have cards as well to see all the icons. They give us more Destiny boards. Don't know why, because you already have it. Unless this is like the 5 to 6 player version of it, and that's why they're adding it. That could be very much so why they did that. But that's gonna suck. I'll have to look at the playmat to make sure that they have it go all the way. Because if not, that would be kind of annoying. Because then I'd have to like get that Destiny board out as well. So yeah, it tells you how to do all the 5 to 6 player games. There's a mercenary mode. So there's new stuff in this as well, besides just adding 5 to 6 players. So let's see. These components are, yeah, these are going to be the exact same component. Oh wait, no, these ones seem to be like the same ones, except for maybe a couple. We got portal. So these are portals. So that is new. So we got portals. We got traps. So there are a few new things in here, actually. There's position cards, or tokens, sorry. And then you got the crate again, and the statues, the trophies. Cool. I didn't realize there was actually going to be a lot of new stuff in here. We got a banner, so there's banners now. And then more defense tokens, that way the acrylics now, the flame, the statues, those are the same thing. And then this, the board. So I don't know why they gave me another board. It made no sense. It's just a bigger, even bigger version of the board, I think. Like, I don't know why they. I guess it makes sense because if you're now playing with 5 to 6 players, you need a bigger board. But I'm hoping that this is the same size as the one on the Neoprene, because once again, I'll be very concerned if it's not. I will be like, wow, really? You gave me this Neoprene and doesn't even do all of it. Okay, so let's jump on into this. Once again, we got the agility, we got the strength, we got the instinct, and we got the wild cubes. And then they also are adding the new color schemes to here. So we have the Raven clan and the Wolf clans, that's their colors. Now for the big minis. So these are the new warband guys. So there's no enemies in this one, just these guys. So this guy is super cool. We have Brunhild. She's like riding like a giant deer, moose creature, cow. I don't know, but she is super cool. And this guy's hilarious. Harold. I love this one. Just riding the giant walrus. This one is super, super cool. I love this one. Then we have Ingeborg riding a giant bear. So, you know, she's a part of the bear clan. What I like about these guys is like they're riding what they're a part of. So you know who you have, what your dude's a part of, who they're supposed to be a part of. Except for Ivar. Yeah, Ivar the legless. He's a part of the Raven clan, I believe. But yeah, Ivar the legless. This guy was an absolute unit. If you've seen the show Vikings, you know he's a psycho. So he's hilarious. He's just like latched onto this dude. Then we have Ragnar Lothbrok, you know, the iconic warrior, the iconic Viking in the Boar clans. So I am assuming Bjorn is a part of his warband, so I'd be kind of surprised if he's not. But there's Ragnar. And then finally, we have Snorri. She's very, very sticky, but she is Wolf Clan. Giant wolf by her. And then I will show the hero cards really quickly, and then that is everything. Okay, so we got Snorri, Ivar, Ragnar, Harold, Brunhild, Ingeborg, and yeah, all the new scenarios and layouts. So yeah, that is everything. This one is really cool. My only downside, if you do end up getting this game, maybe don't get the wash until maybe Ludus fixes whatever they do with their washes. But I've been drying them out, and they kind of seem to be getting better, but who knows? I don't think they've rubbed off on my fingers. But and I feel like if some people won't care because you're not really holding on to them long enough, you just kind of move them, and that's pretty much it. But the rubbing off would be kind of annoying. Other than that, this game looks really awesome. I'm super excited to jump into it. And I'm super excited to be doing unboxing videos again. So if you guys made it to the end of the video, I appreciate your support. Love you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.